Hi Celeste, and hi everyone. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there myself today, but I'm really excited for the opportunity to tell you all a little bit about my experiences in Jewish Community Youth Foundation and why you have such a great road ahead of you in this program. My name is Allison Berg, and I am a 3-year alum of the Jewish Community Youth Foundation program. I graduated from West Windsor-Plainsboro High School North in 2010, and I'm currently a junior at the University of Michigan, double majoring in political science and communications. Growing up, I was a member of Adath Israel congregation in Lawrenceville, but am now a member here at the Princeton Jewish Center. In addition to Jcyf, in high school I was also involved in the Youth Advisory Board, as well as a member of Gesher L'Kesher, Bridge to a Connection. On campus at Michigan, I'm really involved in the Jewish community. I participate in Challah for Hunger, which is a Hillel-sponsored program where we bake and sell challah on campus, and all proceeds go to fight world hunger. Last spring, I went on an alternative spring break trip to Nicaragua with American Jewish World Services. There, we built a school to teach sustainable agricultural practices, as well as studied the Jewish law of giving. Last summer, I also had the opportunity through Jewish Family and Children's Services to be an Avodah intern. I worked with the Jewish Federation of Princeton Mercer Bucks on the launch of Project Big, Buy Israeli Goods. It was our goal to partner with local merchants to make Israeli goods more readily available. It was also our goal to promote a positive image of Israel and her role in the global economy. This internship also gave me the opportunity to attend an APAC intern conference, where I learned much more about the current conflicts that Israel is facing, and also inspired me to take an Arab-Israeli conflict class at the University of Michigan. At this point, I can't quite sure say why I initially started to attend JCYF. It was probably because my mom said she'd be back at 8, and I didn't have a ride home. But I can tell you why I came back every month for the next 5 years. Part of it was because the people there. It was a new group of peers that shared the same passions as I did. They had similar morals and values. I also enjoyed being able to critically think about the current issues that are facing the world and how I could best allocate my funds to make a difference. I took away many lessons after JCYF. One was the understanding of the worth of $1. The money that I gave each year was my money. I earned it, and giving it away meant more to me because of that. It also taught me that money is a limited resource. It can't go everywhere, so we have to strategize how we spend it. I also learned great communication skills in a more professional setting. This came from conducting interviews with executives from different charities and verbalizing our mission, as well as asking questions. I also learned a lot about cooperation and teamwork. We had to understand and respect other people's views about how to allocate funds in the best way possible. We had to articulate our views in a persuasive but a really respectful way. I also took away a great understanding of the Jewish outlook on giving, such as Maimonides' ladder and the guideline of 10% of your earnings. These lessons help me a great deal now. I handle my budget, not only the one that my parents give me, but my sorority as well. My communication skills also help me when speaking to merchants about Project Big and trying to persuade them why it was an economic benefit for them as well as us. My experience talking to charity executives in JCYF also helped me when trying to get sponsors for our philanthropy events. But the biggest takeaway I had from my experience in JCYF didn't come until I traveled to Israel myself on Birthright. We traveled to Sderot, which is a city about 2 miles outside of Gaza. It is constantly showered with Qassam rockets, which are handmade missiles from Gaza. It had been 2 months since the last missile hit, which was considered a long time and safe for us to visit. When a Qassam rocket is detected, a code red is announced over the loudspeaker in the entire city. When this happens, you have 15 seconds to take cover in a bomb shelter. Bomb shelters are all over the city. Even bus stops doubled as bomb shelters. We visited the city to view the art and culture displayed throughout the town. But we were all preoccupied, looking for the nearest bomb shelter just in case something happened. We couldn't appreciate the city for what it was because of our fear. At the end of our visit, we came to a playground. It was the only playground in the entire city. This shelter was allowed to be built because it had a shelter that could accommodate all the kids. It had been built only 2 years earlier and funded by non-Israel organizations. As I continued to ask our tour guide questions, I had realized that my Jcyf group's junior year donated $3,300 to the JNF Let Us Play campaign, which helped build that playground. I feel so lucky for being able to experience my money be turned into something tangible. I told the tour guide that I had helped fund that, and she cried and she hugged me. She told me that her own children play there. It's one of the very few places that they feel safe and carefree. She told me that I had given her children a childhood again. She told me that having a playground in Sderot was a minor victory. It meant that they were defying the constant state of fear that the terrorists in Gaza were trying to impose. Having participated in philanthropy programs throughout middle school, high school, and continuing it in college, I thought that my career was going to be based on that as well. I thought I wanted to do nonprofit management and fundraising, but this experience changed my goal. I can raise hundreds of millions of dollars, and I can build playgrounds all over the world, but that's not going to stop the Qassam rockets from flying. I want to stop the rockets from being sent in the first place. I want to help make a policy that ends the conflict. I now want to do public policy and lobbying for nonprofits. My experience in Jcyf and afterwards really did shape who I am and what I want to be. You may not have a life-changing experience like I did. You may not decide to devote your entire life to philanthropy or public policy, but you will have an unparalleled experience in this program. We live in and around Princeton, an Ivy League town. We go on vacation over breaks, and we don't really know what it's like to be hungry, except maybe on Yom Kippur. This program helps take you outside of your own life experiences. It helps you grasp a more real perception of the world and how it is possible to create change. If you have any questions or comments, here's my email and my number. I'm more than happy to talk to any of the parents or students. Thank you so much again for having me.